Hi, today I wanted to talk to you all a little bit about a client portal. This is something that many of my clients have been asking for or about for a long time. And as of the most recent release of Documate, we have what looks like a full client portal that would be easy for any of you to use. So let me navigate a little bit around the Documate dashboard so that you can become familiar with all the parts that you will need to know in order to have your clients be able to use the client portal. So the first thing you're going to want to know about is this user management tab. So if you click on users over here on the left, you'll be taken to your user management screen. You can either set up all your users yourself by using this Add User tab and entering their first, last name, email, and selecting their user type. Or you can set it up to force them to create their own account, and that would save you a little bit of work. I'll show you both scenarios. If you're wanting your client to set up their own user portal, which will be less work for you, one thing that you would do, I'll show you this by using the sample intake form. In order to force your client to set up their user portal, you would send them the workflow link. So you'd copy this, put it in an email to them or a text message or something like that and send it to him. The trick to this is you want to make this workflow have a setting that requires the user to be logged in order to complete this form. So the way you do that is you would go to your Edit tab for that workflow. And in the settings, go to Access Permissions. And here is where you would set up, you can have the users take the workflow without logging in and without being in your user management, or you can select that only logged in users can. Now, selecting this only logged in setting does not prevent you from sending them the link. It just takes them to the login page where they would have to create the account. And you might want to warn your client that that's what's going to happen. So now that I have completed the setting, I'm going to save it. And then I'm going to send my client an email that gives them this link and instructs them to set up their account. Then once your client gets the email, they will click the link and they'll be taken to the sign-in page. And if they don't have an account, then they will have a chance to create one. So let's go ahead and create my account. And then they're taken to the intake form so that they can complete it themselves. You can have an introduction page that gives them instructions on what to do, and then go on to take their information. Now, this could work for an intake interview, or it could work for a contract, or any number of things where you feel like you could trust your client to complete this information by themselves. Or they can complete it by themselves, and then you review the document and send it to them. It could be used for any number of things. So then let me show you what happens in the data manager with this information. So let's say that your client has either completed this information or just completed it partially, and they decide they're going to come back later. Now you will still be able to see their information in the data manager as much as they've completed. Then I'll also show you how they will be able to access their workflow so they can finish it up. So now if you look at the sample intake, which is the that you've asked them to complete, you can see they have started it. You'll be able to see how far they've gotten, that they've only completed a little bit of information and haven't finished all of it. So if they don't finish it for a while, you might send them a gentle reminder about how to do that. Now on their side, when they first sign into their account again, they will automatically be taken to the Resume a Workflow page where they'll be able to see the workflow that they are currently working on or any other workflows that you might have sent them. So this could keep track of any number of document sets that they've completed. And as long as you have common variable names, they can use their information in other workflows as well, and it will automatically populate those pre-existing answers. I think that's it. So let me know if you have any other questions. Feel free to email me at Lori@virtualproservices.com, and I would be glad to answer any questions.